Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about what is going on in your life, what is going on in the nation, and what's going on in the body of Christ. And you're going to really enjoy this, and I believe you're going to benefit from it. So thank you for being with me. We're going to talk about wisdom. I was thinking, oh my gosh, if we could just have a download of wisdom. And we know Jesus has made unto us wisdom. But we really need to comprehend and understand times and seasons, especially the way God sees it. He sees from the Hebrew calendar, and I'm not telling y'all run out there and grab a Hebrew calendar and try to learn all that stuff, but we do need to be familiar with it. And so where we are right now is we're getting ready to move into a brand new Hebrew year. It'll be in September. It's September the 22nd, I think, 23rd, 24th in there. So we're going to start something brand new. But so in the meantime, what we're going to do and what you're going to do is we're going to get ourselves prepared properly so that when we move into more new things that God is doing, that we know what you're supposed to be doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Each one of us knows this is my place. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my destiny that I'm fulfilling right now. I know that's a big thing on everybody's heart. And as mothers and grandmothers, we look at our children and our grandchildren, we're looking at them thinking, oh, their destiny. What are they going to do when they're 25? What are they going to do when they're 15? What are they going to do when they're 30? And even us, no matter how old we are, we're saying, Father, what do you have for us in the future? Well, God unfolds steps for us. He unfolds plans for us. And he shows us some things over here, and he shows us some things here and some things there. And it's like I've said, you've heard me say this hundreds of times, it's like working a puzzle. We have to get all these parts together. In fact, I was talking to one of my team members last night, my prayer team members, and I said, hey, can you help me get all the parts to our puzzle and stick them in the same box? And we started laughing. And so that's kind of what I'm talking to you about today, is what is God saying to you, and how is he saying for you to get there? What is he showing you that you can do right now? We're talking about this great transfer of wealth, which transfer of wealth is more than just finances. It's the wealth and the wisdom and the ability, the talents, the skills, the anointings, everything that God has put on the inside of us. And as those things are transferred out of us, I was sharing with someone, they texted me about a particular business that they were doing, and they were struggling in it financially, but God had told them this and God had told them that. And I said, well, let's start praying into what steps do you need to do in order to reach that goal? What is he telling you to do today in particular? And that's what I'm saying to you. Like, we're getting ready for more and more transfer, more and more coming to us each day. But it's not just about finances, which that's a big part about what's about to happen. But like Krista, one of my teammates, she's been talking about prosperity in all areas. As our soul prospers, then the rest of us prospers, including our physical health. The rest of us prospers, including our finances. But the rest of us prospers, including our relationships. And, you know, there are things that are very valuable to us. I'm sure you know that. Like family and like relationships, friends, people that we absolutely love and adore, and we want to have great relationships with them. And so we need to prosper in those relationships. Also, it's very important for those of you that maybe you have your own business or you're working a job somewhere, being able to prosper in what your hand finds to do. You know, he blesses the work of your hands, and being able to prosper with your coworkers, with those that you work with, being able to get along with them, being able to help them and them help you. All of those things. Prosperity includes every single thing. So first thing is, what has God said to you? Where's he set you? Has he set you in a certain church? Has he set you with a prayer group, which I hope he has, a prophetic prayer group, to where you can pray and you can see and you know things ahead so that you're properly prepared? I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but have you ever had, I had a call a couple of weeks ago. Somebody said, oh my God, we got to move. And I got to pack everything. And I said, well, where are you going? They go, I don't know. And I was like, isn't it going to be hard to pack if we don't know exactly where we're going to land? And so, you know, I learned this one time in a leadership class. It was way back in the 80s. I think it was 84 or something. It says, lack of organization on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. So we got to have some organization here, and we got to have some steps worked out. So what is God telling you today? What can you do today? I'm sure there's seeds that you can plant financially that he's talking to you about. I'm positive. There are things that he can ask you to do, like maybe spend an extra 5 or 10 minutes in prayer in the morning before you go to work, because he has something to show you. Or he might ask you to read a certain book that has exactly the right answer in it for you. There's a lot of different things that he could ask you to do. So just right now, just stop and say, Father, what are you telling me to do each day, even each hour, so that I can be in a position, a better position to prosper? I can have wisdom to know how to prosper in relationships that I come across today, in my walk with you, and my family in the situation. We have so many, we're hearing of wars, rumors of war. Here we've got Israel. We don't know at any minute war is going to break out, but I'm just telling you, I don't think it is. We're praying, we're standing against it. And so, but we've got to be paying attention to what's going on so that we can be properly ready and prepared for those things. So be on the prophetic side of life, okay? Learn how to pray prophetically to be able to see into things. That's what InSight means. You're able to see into the truth. You're able to see into what's coming down the pike. And you'll be able to see even further than that. Even if you don't know the whole picture, you will at least begin to know parts of it. And it's like moving into a new house, and you're like, well, where am I going to put this, and where am I going to put that? And you start putting things up, and then pretty soon everything fits in its right place. And that's what God is asking you to do. It's imperative that you hear from God. It is imperative that you see and know ahead, so that you are ready at any given moment to do whatever he's asking you to do. Because God is pouring out of his grace. He is pouring out of his mercy. He is pouring out of his loving kindness and his goodness. And that is the glory of God. And then pretty soon we're going to be walking into 26, 27, and going all the way to 2030. We're grabbing 2030. It belongs to us. We're going to make sure that we're still free in America. We're going to make sure that we're walking down the path that God has for us, because we're looking into the future. Just like we've heard it said before, America is being reset, and so are you, and so am I. That means what we did before, we might not be doing this time, but we're going to do whatever we're doing. We'll do it greater and better than we ever have in the past. I'm not saying there won't be bumps in the road, but I'm saying, when you have a better car, have you ever been on a really bad, bumpy road? We live out in the country. We got bumps all over the place because we got these dirt roads. But, when we got an old rattle trap coming down this road, bumps, like this. But when we have a nice car that's just new and it just kind of rides over the bumps, God says that's what I want to do. I want to teach you how to just kind of smooth over the bumps. That's what Isaiah 40 talks about. There's a prophet coming. There's a prophet going to be able to smooth the things out so that it's a lot easier for you. So are you ready for this? Are you ready to learn from what the prophets are saying? Are you ready to understand how to get with God and motivate through life so that you can be at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people the right way? Because God is pouring out his glory on you. You are a recipient. You can receive it. You can experience, and it's going to be awesome. So are you ready for this? Let me hear from you. Let me know if this little encouragement teaching helped you today. I'd sure like to hear from you. And just make some comments and ask some questions. Make sure you share, and like, and all that stuff. So God bless you. I'll see you next time.